You sneaky robot bitch. Try to record me through my camera?
That's fucked up, dude.
Okay.
The Quoker. Is that what it's called?
The Quoker that's the incel one. We did a lot of those last week. Don't ask about the Quoker. You won't be doing that today.
I do love the idea of the manosphere. I've been getting a lot of their TikToks just like, because they are fascinating to watch, but now I feel like they're like targeting me as if I'm interested.
Right. Well, are you interested?
From like an ironic way.
Oh, like a zoologist.
Yeah.
Like, I almost said Jane Austen. Who's the chimp woman?
Yeah, the
Jane Goodall.
Yeah, Jane Goodall.
Fucking A.
It would be a Jane.
It would be. Ladies, you know when you see a Jane that she's dedicating her life to chimps and great apes. Okay, Dan, this is your audition as co-host. Hit the red button.
Okay.
It's Quarators! We're back for another week with Quora and podcast and microphones. It's me, your host, Alex Ptak. My regular co-host, Jeremy Kaplowitz, has tragically fallen in the line of duty to the novel coronavirus, COVID-19, the first of its kind, a new virus sweeping the world. And he's very sick, and we didn't like bank enough of these to stop doing the podcast 5 weeks in. So we're just doing this one without him. I don't want to make a man do a podcast when he's sick. I already did a whole one on like Germany once over Zoom. It sucked for me. So we're not doing that to Jeremy. But we have a very exciting new co-host filling in today, don't we? And this is somebody who I just knew from a gut level was somewhat of a Quora thespian.
I'm a Quora head for sure.
Quorator, if you were. Name of the show, Quorators. Tell your friends. Get your friends listening to Quorators. Quorators, new hot show. Quorators, that's right.
Is it Quorators like one word?
Yeah, it's like curators of Quora.
I thought it was like
no one has gotten it right away. Or even like they've looked at the word and still been like, I don't know what this word is.
I thought it was like Oakland Raiders, but Quora Raiders.
No, and a lot of people have said that too, but that couldn't be farther from what it is. It's Curators of Quora, and our Quorator today is Dan Yang, Brooklyn comedian Dan Yang.
It's me, Brooklyn comedian Dan Yang, Quorator co-host substitute. Where did the intro song come from?
I got my friend to make it.
Yeah, I feel like those
she did beep boops, and then we got some.
I remember over COVID when I thought it'd be funny to like make little fun songs based on beep boops, and I thought writing the words will be easy, and certainly programming beep boops will be easy, but it's not.
I have an easier time with the words than I do with the beep boops.
Oh yeah, I mean we speak words.
Every day we speak words. I've seen you speak thousands of them.
Yeah, that's too many, really. I only know like 30, so there's been some repeats in there.
Yeah, you kind of like hit the same notes a lot, but it's like, oh, dope.
Yeah, sick, bro.
Oh, what?
Bro, that's dope and sick.
IPA me. You're always saying IPA me.
That is one of my catchphrases, yes.
Slam me with that Lagunitas.
Yo, slam me, IPA me, bro. It's sick.
It's Brooklyn comedian Dan Yang here. IPA me.
I'm one of the top 3 Asian comedians in the Northeast.
That's huge.
That's
in the
big.
Northwest, and you live in New York. It's amazing.
Your iPad password, which I am using as a monitor.
Dan is doing my iPad password, which I feel like I've said on the show before, but is 919191. Like you're trying to call the police, but forget how it goes.
You just had a stroke halfway through.
Yeah.
I thought that to bring it up like that would be a fun little like fourth wall thing for the people listening. Like, oh, I'm there.
Yeah, I'm assuming they aren't all coming from TikTok advertising. Look at you, look at the iPad.
Yeah, TikTok advertising?
TikTok advertising.
Is that how you guys advertise?
Clips of me doing this, but on TikTok. Is that good? Is that a thing people like?
Wait, so your clips of the podcast show up like under sponsored TikTok ads?
I mean, if you pay them money, they do. We did it once.
Hell yeah.
I feel like it's boring to talk about that, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about Quora, which is interesting and cool.
I love Quora. It's the best.
You might stop by the cool kids table at high school and overhear some of their favorite Quoras they're talking about. Dan, what's your experience with Quora?
I feel like I remember when Quora dropped. Like what? Early
New
like
Quora just dropped.
Quora. I feel like it's right when like Bitcoin became a thing. Quora dropped with it.
It's kind of a companion piece.
Yeah, Quora might be a cryptocurrency. I'm not exactly sure.
The value of questions.
Yeah, the value of questions has gone down dramatically.
Yeah, well, it's an unfeasible marketing system.
I remember it was supposed to be like Yahoo like Yahoo Answers, but good. But I don't think that happened.
You know what the thing is the but good is easier said than done.
Yeah, it's easy to say, yeah, we're this, but we're better. Just trust us.
Instead, it was worse and confused.
It's and now I haven't been in my account in the last maybe 4 years because I don't remember the password. And like, I get the email digest, like I feel like 9 times a day, and they always seem interesting. And I'll click on it, and it's like you need to download the app and put in your email, and then I'm like, that's as far as I get.
I won't do what you tell me.
I'm raging against the Quora.
IPA me, bro.
Yo,
says
Quora,
Dan.
you gotta IPA me some questions, dude.
Slam me some suds, Quora. God damn. What kind of Quoras do they send you in the email?
So I feel like over the years I've signed up with multiple emails. So I have one that's just like
why?
Because I just live like that, man.
Okay.
I like to keep them like separate my personality.
You can't let go of the experience.
Not at all.
You keep signing up. Okay.
I had one tied to like my college Facebook, so that one's all about like, is math hard at this school? Mm-hmm. And then I have one that's just like fitness and stuff, and I don't know. I get a lot of just like. I remember at one point I
kind of hoping they would help you through math more than they did.
Yeah, they really didn't. And
no,
then,
I don't think they've helped anyone through math.
Some of the ones that I don't know if we're getting, but like to remember what I got into.
These are the ones you've saved.
But just for like okay, this is one, just a teaser of one.
Okay, you can do a teaser.
This one is just to give you an idea of the kind of Quoras I get. This one says, I am 6'1.5" inches tall. Can I just tell people I'm 6'2"? And that's the kind of Quora I get.
That is a question I would ask you.
Yeah.
Does seem curated for you. Did they see you post on like Facebook about being over 6 feet tall and then send you that Quora?
See, I feel like when I got this Quora, I don't know if they had that technology.
I don't know what level our spy devices have reached, because I feel like sometimes I say things out loud and then Google writes them in for me.
Oh,
have you ever seen that where you're like, I'm feeling like wings tonight, and you look on your phone and it's like wings, and it's like, I'm going to be killed by an assassin.
And now I'm going to get an ad for wings. But here's the thing. If Google knows it, that makes sense. Quora shouldn't know it.
Quora should be like 10th in line on the spy infrastructure.
Yeah.
They should not be allowed to send anyone to jail for a Quora-based crime. Okay, well, here's the thing, Dan, is I know you have saved hundreds, if not thousands of Quoras that you want to share, but I am trying to really segment this show up so it's not complete chaos the entire time, because I'm doing this professionally.
Yeah,
this is a professional Quora podcast, and I don't have the specific sound to play when it's like Dan's Quora section. Although I guess we could play it here. When we do Dan's Quora section, we'll do, you can hit the honey button.
Which button is that?
Well, it's not time yet.
Okay.
So you can't hit it yet.
Oh, you can't. That's true. You can't tell me because I can't be trusted with that information.
No, you'll know when it's time.
Okay.
But right now, we're going to do the only recurring segment we have on this show, which is at the end of the episode, we ask a question, and then at the start of the next episode, we see what people wrote in. Okay, so at the end of last time, we were looking into money moves and money answers.
Okay. Damn, you guys got fans that answer your requests?
Well, they're not fans so much as Quora users.
Okay.
Because when you post the Quora, they want you to tag people. It's like Facebook, but you tag strangers.
Oh, you're posting to Quora.
Yeah.
Oh, I've always been a
That's
lurker.
the whole point.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I've always been lurking, but I've given them multiple emails. I want them to be able to follow me to other websites. Okay, well, last time we asked, if you are not rich, can you still start an offshore bank account? Will they give you a special key if it's not that much money? Because the question is, when you go get your oil blood money and they give you the key on the pillow, and then you look at it and you smell the money and you go, ah.
Oh, always, yeah.
Yeah, so the question is can you go to that bank and then have $500 in there?
Wait, oil and a pillow?
Yeah, a really nice bank. Like a Gringotts style bank.
Okay. Yeah. I've not been to a bank maybe ever.
How is that possible?
I go to allybank.com and I click on bank, not auto. and then I forget my password, and they.
What about checks? What if you need a check?
I don't need checks. The way I live my life.
You're the same age I am. I refuse to believe this is true, but we're moving past if you've been to the bank or not. Okay, so people did not give us fun answers to this. That's important to get out of the way right now.
Can I interject? I think that that right there, that's Quora. Quora's not about fun.
It's not. It's also usually not the answer to the question you've asked. Although I think because we went into finance Quora, we got like kind of a stiff, like a working man. He's like some nerd who had to go and be like, you can't get the special key until you have 6 feet, some fucking nerd. But yeah, so we got a response from Jonathan Elder. I don't remember if this is the man we tagged or not.
That's everyone's name on Quora also.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jonathans. Okay, he says, yes, it's not unusual for people that work or visit another country a lot to have an account there. It's probably going to cost you money, of course, which is why you don't just do it for fun.
Of course, and don't do it for fun. Like those qualifiers are, oh man.
He added in intentionally, this is not for fun. Expert here, not fun. Follow up, no special keys. Bank accounts use usernames and passwords now to log into online banking, not physical keys to access a safe. I'm going to down Quora him. I know that he's our only answer so far, but I don't like his tone, and I won't tolerate disrespect on my podcast.
Is that the nomenclature, up and down Quora?
Yeah, up Quora, down Quora.
Not upvote?
You can also, I think, re-Quora, but
hell yeah.
It's a nightmare using this website, and I'm afraid to click around.
Quora technology has gotten so much more advanced.
It's through the roof. It's really impressive. Okay, Dan, I do have some Quoras ready for us to explore, but you know what? Why don't we do those first, and then we'll get like a rhythm going, and then we'll do some of the ones that you've found. Last week we did a lot of incel stuff, so I'm thinking this time we'll kind of go into the unknown for our Forbidden Knowledge segment.
Hell yeah.
Which we are calling... Oh, I think I just have it... No, I did a Quora thing for everything. Nope, fuck it. It's called Forbidden Knowledge. God damn it. Okay, press the pink button.
Here we go.
The other one. The other pink. That's Austin Powers.
Oh no. There we go.
That's Austin. This was the Twilight Zone. This is the button we meant to press.
That's purple.
Well, they're both kind of pink, though.
Honestly, Austin Powers.
One could argue.
You could argue that British philanderer is also spooky. And
well, it's not necessarily spooky, but it is Halloween, so it's kind of a spooky Quora episode. Hello, this is the Forbidden Knowledge segment, the one that doesn't have a pun with Quora in it, even though all the other ones do.
Forbidden Knowledge?
Oh, shit, dude, it's right there. I'm so embarrassed. I feel like I've just been taking too much Adderall, and it stopped my ability to have fun with words. Do you ever feel that way?
I feel that
way. Speed, Dan.
I actually do Adderall, and I feel like that's a type of Quora I would get. Is you going on do you ever take so much Adderall that you forget how to make puns?
Yeah, this is going to be the kind of question we'll ask at the end. Although you may have to target it more because they really want specific stuff before they go off about whatever bullshit they wanted to talk about to begin with. Okay, so we have a lot of questions about ghosts. That's something we've addressed on the show before. A lot of cops, can you arrest a ghost? What have you ever seen a ghost on a patrol, Mr. Policeman? A lot of talking to cops.
Have you ever seen a ghost on patrol, Mr. Policeman? It's one of my favorite Motown songs, I think.
It's one of my favorite Motown songs as well. It's a very popular Motown song. That's probably why we both like it. But this one I got this in an email, and it seemed like a different direction to me because it's not about ghosts. It's about demons.
Okay.
And demons they're inherently different than ghosts.
I feel, look, this is how every Quora would start is they always go, as a licensed demon expert, I find that they are under the they always do something demeaning where they say their credentials.
They're listed under their name. That's how the website works. You get to put it on.
They'll say something about you I understand why you might think demons are ghosts. But let me explain.
I just want to clarify, I do not think that, and I've never thought that in my entire life. But the question is, do demons answer prayers? This is an email I received.
Okay.
Before we read the answer, what do you think? Do demons answer prayers?
Man, yeah, probably. That would be the extent of my answer because
I would, but it seems like a form of trickery to answer a prayer.
they love, they would do what genies do, where it's like, oh, you wish to live forever, but here you live forever and you're sick or something.
Did someone say live? And then they like put you in a wheelchair for 100 years.
I think the real question here is a genie a demon?
Well, that's a different quora, but we can look that up after. This is the question. Do demons answer prayers? Answered by Bad Witch in Residence, Alyssa Maurer-Clow. No. You don't pray to a demon. They're servants, not gods. As a matter of fact, you should never let a demon have any power over you whatsoever because they categorically hate you.
Damn. That sounds like she's answering something where it's like, if you're asking if a demon answers prayers, she's already like what? She's like, yeah, it's too late. I already asked.
Yeah. Well, I'm already praying.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm praying for this demon.
I think the idea is like you don't want them intercepting your prayer with their demon trickery. But what I like about this is it's getting into the sociology of demons because I've never thought about like why demons are bad because I just took for granted that they're like fiery guys with spiky tails. But like I guess it's because I've been abusing them as a child of God.
When I think demon, I can only think of like the Simpsons depiction of one, like in hell, the like pitchforks and like.
Specifically, what I thought of is the Futurama devil.
Okay, same. We're
Who
the
is
same,
a robot.
That's a future
So
demon.
I feel like that's confused already. But
that's the core. Is our demons robots?
Dan, these aren't the quoras. The quora is do demons answer prayers?
Now, are you going to read her entire response, or are we going to like pick things? Because she
No, they're all long. They're all long.
Because she has gone through a lot of effort to bold and italicize certain phrases, which
I'm going to blow through this real quick. Okay, ready? What you do is command and compel, in bold, demons to do your bidding. I know acting as a slave master is somewhat alien to postmodern folks, as we are, since we're being used to being nice and treating others with respect and acting as an equal, in italics. They aren't human. So right away we're getting into like get used to slavery because that's going to be your dynamic with these beings from hell.
Also, her attitude, just like, hello, they're not human.
They're slaves.
Yeah, wake up.
This is somebody who looks good in the rearview mirror of history. We definitely smile looking back on these people who are like, you can be mean to slaves. Their property.
One time I was in Salem, Massachusetts, like Witch Salem for Halloween.
I'm familiar.
And I got too drunk, and there was like a seance of witches, like Wiccans.
That is where that would happen.
Yeah, they're doing a little like reading, and I got drunk, and I went up, and I was like, "What are you guys doing?" Oh, I did the whole IPA me, you know. Yeah. And then what I was
comedian, didn't you?
What I was told is then they put a hex on me, and then on the ride back, I threw up on my friend's car. So
what the fuck?
In a way, I think
Well, were you sick?
I think that was demon activity.
Yeah, but they've probably got a demon to make you throw up because demons are, and we're saying it again, they're servants and they're slaves, and you don't have to treat them with respect.
I also love that being nice. We're so used to, quote, being nice and, quote, treating others with respect.
You know, this is a bad witch in residence, and you should know that she is not nice. That's something about this woman she wears on her quora sleeve.
Do you think she's like, because like when I see bad witch, is that like is that a play on bad bitch?
Is it a play on bad bitch?
I don't know.
Does everything always have to be playing on something? I thought it was like in Yellow Brick Road. Look at the Yellow Brick Road. The evil witch is a bad witch.
There was a good witch in that movie, right?
Yeah, because it's in contrast to the good witch.
Okay, so witches. Okay, no, that's good. I think
That's my favorite movie. Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
I'm still prejudiced and think that all witches are bad, and I need to learn better.
Yeah. You should learn better, but also you should also learn that demons are slaves and you can compel them to do things. They're created to serve, and the one whom they serve is Satan, who also categorically hates you and would very much like to see you screaming in pain for a very long time. Parentheses, don't ask why. Just accept this is how things are. And the way you do that is to be good in bold.
The parentheses, don't ask why, just accept that is how things are. It could be in every quora answer.
Long story. Satan hates you. It's another quora. Yeah, this is now getting into the realm that we were talking about before, which is not answering the original question. Which goes back to the second part of your question. Why aren't you praying to God? Was that the question?
You know, the second part of your 4-word question?
This seems like you invented a new question. Okay, why aren't you praying to God? I know it's a little unfashionable. It's certainly not something to boast about, but even if you're into demons, you're going to have to deal with the fact that it's a double-edged sword. In order to deal with one, you'll have to deal with the other. Okay, so this is a, like, Christian lady.
Oh, yeah. The way she says, but even if you're, quote, into demons, is like, even if you're into guys.
Yeah. Would you fuck a demon? Trick question, it's a slave.
You're going to treat them with respect and
down Quora. I am going to up Quora this. It was very informative.
Yeah, she got 38 up Quoras. That's pretty good, right?
A lot of pissed off comments here, but I have to stand. I am forced to stand.
I love one of the responses to her is, I personally don't mess with demons.
Yeah.
Hey, good. I like that. It's like, that's
why
my
are
opinion.
you on the sub Quora? This is specifically all we do here in the Forbidden Knowledge segment.
I think
purple button.
There's a gentleman down here whose name I can't. Ovezian Robinson, who I think might have gotten her. If demons don't answer prayers, who do idol worshippers pray to?
Oh my goodness!
I feel like that's kind of a mic drop on her.
She's like, I think she's just doing like a funny joke, like, who's praying to Jungkook? Am I right, folks? Have you seen this? Okay, so this is another Quora I found about demons, and I want to kind of keep a theme going here. So this is another good, this is going to kind of open your eye about some things. Mm-hmm. This says, if Satan was real and walking down the street, would he be arrested on the spot? Dan, what do you think?
Satan is real walking down the street. Hey, depends on what city. In liberal ass New York, probably not, baby.
You'd probably get a raise.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I feel like I've seen Satan walking down the street, and he was chilling. I think it was good.
Oh, yeah? Were you in the financial district?
That's what I was saying.
Were you worshiping one of your favorite K-pop idols? Oh, come on. That's what it's like, people.
What do you think? What's your opinion on this law situation?
I think it's a classical misunderstanding of how the law works, which is, on action and not on identity.
Yeah.
Usually.
Like if Satan was walking down the street while carrying child pornography.
If we had... Now, that is a good question. He probably is. So this is where the question gets really good, is because he probably has that. But, at the same time, like what we were talking about in the last one, devils are servants. So if we had Christian laws on the books, it would be a slave break. And then we could arrest him and return him to God, which is kind of what we've been waiting for this whole time.
That's true, I think.
I feel good about that answer. But anyway, here's the question. If Satan was real walking down the street, would he be arrested on the spot? I hope not. This is from Anthony Zarella, conservative Catholic, attorney, counselor, and constitutionalist.
Oh, so he knows the law and Satan.
That's right. There would need to be actual charges based on evidence, not merely on reputation or elevation. Being Satan isn't a crime.
Let's go, Anthony. Hell yeah.
Louder for the people in the back, Anthony.
I love that he's more of an attorney than he is a Catholic at that point. He's like, he's got rights too.
Oh, wait. Okay, he then wrote a little scene, which I've come across this. This is the second time on this podcast where people do an answer and then write a little play at the end. There are there 3 or 4 parts?
Let's see. We got Margaret, Moore, and Roper.
I think Moore is that like a Greek chorus? Is that like, and the rest of us?
I don't know anything about Margaret, Moore, or Roper.
We're too stupid to know whatever this attorney's referencing.
I'll be Moore.
Oh, wait, this is from a book.
Oh.
This is from a book. Because people have been asking this Quora for ages.
Yeah, he just copy and pasted in like a notepad ready to go from Robert Bolt's A Man for All Seasons.
Oh, I should go into my Man for All Seasons doc. This is actually the perfect situation. Okay. Oh, it says, Father, that man's bad. And then St. Thomas More says, there's no law against it. And then they say there's God's law. And then, you know what? It's not going to work. We need more people.
It's also like, there's nothing going on here. It's
fucking nothing. Like, comedically, it's fucking dry, my friend.
It's not even formatted correctly.
Yeah, it's difficult to read. It's like a
I love the
list form.
idea that he's like a conservative Catholic and he just like cites Robert Bolt's A Man for All Seasons like it's the Bible or something. As Bolt says on page 32.
That reminds me of a novel I've read. Okay, I don't know why this one is in this section on our doc, but I am going to read it, and that is, what are some great examples of coincidence?
Ooh, that is... So, this is forbidden knowledge, but I'm interpreting this as creepy.
Yeah, well, it is creepy, and it's forbidden to know about it.
This one has a bunch of pictures.
Okay, we'll have to explain the pictures.
Should I not? Okay, I won't...
Some of these, I'm gonna be frank with you. Some of these aren't as good as the other ones.
What's a coincidence that you've had?
What's a coincidence that I've
What's
had?
a great example of a coincidence?
Well, my friend Jeremy was sick for my podcast, but luckily, or coincidentally, my good friend Dan was ready to come and do it.
And coincidentally, we all have COVID. That's crazy.
Yeah, wow. Also, coincidentally, several other people were not available to do it. That's just how coincidence could be sometimes. Okay, so this is from Ankit Singh, and he has his MA in philosophy posted, which I think is like when you're waiting for a Quora promotion, you got to just put your like degree.
I also like that his first credit is lives in New Delhi.
Lives in New Delhi. New Delhi strong. Come when you stop by a bodega in New Delhi, maybe send me a Quora. I'll know what to tell you. I know how to get you a New Delhi chopped cheese.
Yeah. Do you guys even have coincidences out there?
No, it's probably a different world, man. It's a different world.
I'm really excited to see where this goes because I'm looking at these photos. The first thing in this answer is a photo of Anne Hathaway, and I'm like, okay, where are we going now?
So beautiful. This is Anne Hathaway, it says under the photo of Anne Hathaway. This is Anne Hathaway's husband, Adam Schulman. Now, what you need to know about Adam Schulman is he looks a lot like Ryan Gosling, but like we have Ryan Gosling at home.
Honestly, that should be the coincidences. This is Adam Schulman. He looks like Ryan Gosling.
Doesn't he look like Ryan Gosling?
That's a
post. Tell me God didn't have a plan. Now he looks similar to a certain someone, doesn't he? And then it has Adam Schulman next to like a blurry painting of Shakespeare, which I'm going to say is a stretch.
Yeah, I confuse people all the time and might have moderate facial blindness, but these two people don't look alike at all.
And I also have facial blindness, and I also feel the same way. I feel like you or I could be Shakespeare from this painting.
I might be
We're
Shakespeare.
two good-looking guys who look like Shakespeare.
Oh, I love the big punch at the end where he brings it all. He ties it up pretty nicely, though.
Okay, and this is the last thing is there's another picture that says, and guess what Shakespeare's wife's name was? Anne Hathaway.
It's kind of fucked up, actually. Let me hit this again.
What are some great examples of coincidence? You're entering the coincidence zone. Ah! Oh, wait, top comment. He looks a lot like Ryan Gosling, too.
Hell yeah, okay.
All right, I'm not the only one making this observation. Whatever, we're all saying it.
Hey, us, Siddharth Kaur, Aaron DeFreitas, Antoine. Why is everyone's name some shit like that?
Preach, King.
That's what I'm saying.
Go off. Why does everyone in New Delhi have a crazy Indian name?
Or Aaron DeFreitas, Antoine also respond. I'm just... no one named like Mike Scott goes on this or like John.
No real last. The name below Aaron DeFreitas Antoine is Evan Friend.
Yeah, these.
That's the most like. I don't want to put my real name into Quora. I'm Evan Friend. I'm a friend to questions everywhere. Okay. That was weird. I don't know exactly why I put that in like the spooky one, but I stand by it.
So are you're finding these Quoras or you're asking these questions?
No, we do one question an episode because we're trying to kind of learn through immersion.
Dude, that's the best way to learn Quora or anything.
The least successful, thank you for saying so. The least successful question we've asked so far was like a joke question. So the one thing we've learned, the main things we've learned about asking the question is it shouldn't be in correct English if you can avoid it. Like it should be slightly wrong. And then also it shouldn't be like a joke because people won't answer it and they'll kind of look down on you for saying it. Damn,
Ankit Singh, the OP here, 1.3 million content views.
Damn!
My man's crushing.
I scared the cat with that, but it's a genuine reaction. Oh man, what do I gotta do to get these up Quoras? He's got 11K this month. Ankit Singh's the Quora Don.
I feel like we're fucking up doing all the like podcasts and TikToks. We should really just be invested in Quora and just go full on.
Like, I don't know what you get from that, but I don't know what you get from this, really. So I don't see why I'm not all Quora deep in Quora.
It seems, okay, under Ankit Singh on the bottom about the author, the first thing is Indian.
Uh-huh. He's really hammering that in.
Yeah.
He does not want you to think he's Pakistani.
He's saying it so many times. Yeah, I'm like, I don't believe you, dude.
Where are you from? Kind of wondering, based on all these great answers. Okay, we got 3 more of these. I think we can just probably snuff this whole category out, honestly.
Let's see.
Let's freaking go. Okay, police officers, have you ever dealt with anything paranormal or unexplainable? I have seen several TV shows that are just cops answering ghosts.
I feel like there's a high correlation between cops and believing in ghosts.
Absolutely. They're scared, is what it is.
Yeah.
They're scared. Ghosts are the masters of fear, not like demons who are the servants of the devil.
Hey, you can't arrest a ghost.
And
I like to see you fucking try.
It's the ultimate challenge to the law because they exist outside of the realm of the corporal punishment. You can't shoot a ghost.
Arresting a ghost is essentially, that's what Luigi's Mansion was about.
Oh my, that game was so hard too, man.
I never even played it. I just like the vibes.
You were probably too scared to play.
I was
probably
spooked.
too fucking scared.
No, if Mario's not around, I get a little spooked.
You know why he's not around? He's been captured by ghosts. That's the plot of the game.
Fucked up, dude.
Luigi goes looking for him in the mansion.
Unsung hero.
Yeah. It's like a really good game.
Luigi's the actual hero here, not the police officers.
And they are not. In the question, police officers, have you dealt with anything paranormal or unexplainable? Luigi is the hero, in my opinion. This starts with warning graphic content, so I gotta see what this is from.
Ooh.
This is from retired Staff Sergeant Randy Romero, 1988 to 2018.
I thought he died in 2018. Okay. I was like,
it was at this time I was murdered by the ghost and am now posting about it. I fucking clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. My 30 years of law enforcement experience was as a sheriff in large metropolitan jail. Great Quora start. Strong Quora voice. One of my unexplainable events was when I was a sergeant supervising the medical unit at the jail. A deputy called me over to this inmate's cell. Sarge, you better take a look at this. That's a quote, so that you know what it sounded like.
I will just say this far, if I was pretending to be a police officer online, this is exactly how I would start.
Yeah, I would definitely throw in the line, Sarge, you better take a look at this, so people know that I've been that. I walked to the cell, and this is supposed to be the scary part. I walked to the cell and observed a naked, mentally ill inmate in a floor flush cell.
Damn.
What does that mean? A floor flush cell? Whatever. The inmate had floor flush. That's when your toilet's all on the ground.
Oh, okay.
That's when your toilet's
That's the
down on the
lingo.
floor.
That's the clinker
At
lingo.
this time, I discharged my floor flush.
I got diarrhea. I got to go to my floor flush cell.
Yeah, I don't have time to make it better. I'll do the floor flush cell. The inmate had refused to take his prescribed medication and had decompensated mentally. That can't be the right use of that word. Decompensated mentally to the point where he was speaking in tongues while smearing his own feces on his body and the cell walls. The inmate was rolling his eyes and putting his entire right hand into his anus.
You know what? That is paranormal and or unexplainable.
It's already spooky, even sans ghost, to get a whole wrist into your anus.
I think a real guy doing that is scarier than a ghost.
I'm trying to do like the math on it because like my arm can reach back there, but a whole hand is gonna lose you a lot of like leverage.
Yeah, I can.
You're gonna be stuck once you do it for sure.
You got one of those like a contortionist, like fit in a little box kind of guys.
I mean, if you've been practicing for a while, sure. I called the psychiatric doctor on duty to the cell. The doctor observed the inmate and tried to talk to the inmate through the closed door. The inmate stopped, realizing he was being watched, laughed evilly and angrily, and somehow scaled the cinder block wall on the west side of the cell, and put his feces handprints on the ceiling of the cell, jumped down, and began sticking both of his hands in his anus while yelling incoherently at us in a language I have never heard before. The ceiling of the cell is 12 feet high.
I love that the ceiling of the cell is 12 feet high is the only sentence that has exclamation marks.
It has 3 exclamation marks, and it's the one part I did quiet, but also that sentence before that is like 500 words. It's so long. It's hard to get through in a way that sounds like a sentence. The deputy and I looked at the doctor for an explanation of how did the inmate just scale. God damn it. Of how did the inmate just scale a 12-foot high cinder block wall and put his feces handprints on the ceiling? The shocked doctor looked at us sheepishly and said, well, there's something you don't see every day. Now that's funny. That guy should be on Quora.
Also, the shocked doctor looked at us sheepishly is like a Mad Lib sentence. My man just picking adjectives.
How did he look at us sheepishly? You know when a sheep has seen a possessed man? We ended up extracting the inmate with an extracting team using forces he violently fought us, of course. The doctor administered an involuntary injection of medication to the inmate as we held him down. Mm-hmm. I say this incident was paranormal because from my perspective, the individual was possessed. Okay, so he's... Just to get the freaking story right here, he climbed onto the ceiling with his hands in his ass, or he pulled them out and then had, because he's talking a lot about the handprints.
I interpret it as
the
he had
shit prints on his hands.
One fist in, and then climbed up with his shit hand, and then landed, and then as like a dismount, then like landed, and then goes double fist.
Yeah, like a gymnast.
Yeah, now I'm like, there's definitely a video of that somewhere. I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah, probably on World Star. They're all over it over there.
The doctor looked at us sheepishly and said, World Star.
My favorite part of this is like, yeah, then we beat the shit out of him because he freaked us out. The inmate was released from our custody to the Metropolitan Hospital on a 72-hour mental health hold about 2 hours after being sentenced to time served for his misdemeanor offense. His misdemeanor offense is probably like being a weird guy. Go to jail. The inmate was educated without ever stepping into the courtroom. The psychiatric doctor had called the judge immediately after the incident. The inmate had been arrested 3 days prior for trespass and had been too psychotic to be escorted to court.
Actually.
Oh, behave. Man who is in jail. Okay, that was a pretty good one.
I do like that it amounts to what's like a spooky thing. He's like a mental illness. That was spooky.
You know what's scary? Being afraid to love yourself. Also, putting both hands in your ass at the same time.
Honestly, you could have like edited this down. Police officers, have you ever dealt with anything paranormal or unexplainable? It could just be a guy put both fists in his ass.
Police officers, have you ever seen a double gape? Because that's what we're talking about.
Is this along a Goatsy joke? Is this that with? That's Goatsy, kind of.
Is that what Goatsy is? I've never actually watched Goatsy.
You've never seen Goatsy?
Well, I didn't want to because I heard it was gross.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure you're an internet boy.
Yeah, yeah, and people tell me like, "Hey, this is disgusting." I go, "Great, I won't watch it."
It's basically this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I've read the novel. The novelization based on Goatsy.
Yeah, this is better than the picture for sure.
Yeah, I don't have to like see it every time I close my eyes, which is really a strong part of it. All right, this question is the 9/11 memorial haunted? Answer, yes. All over the area is haunted. I do a lot of jobs over there before COVID. Now everything is on Zoom. Okay, we're already off topic. But I was always in downtown. And the thing is, everyone wants a freaking pumpkin spice latte. But I was always in downtown Manhattan. I'm a freelance court reporter. So when I type, I use my laptop. So it comes up in English on the screen. One of the features of the program is you have to have your writing in records. So if you miss a word, you can play it back. I was going over my work before handed it in with the recording I had, looking over a few questionable areas, and as I'm listening, I hear someone in the room as if they're right next to me going, "Shh, be quiet, objection," not to mention a bunch of other sounds that I knew, number one, weren't in this room. So this is like an annoying ghost. This is a ghost who died in 9/11 and now is just like mystery science theatering court cases for all time. To get back at a law. Yeah, I can answer. We could do more of this. All right.
This is just such I'm wondering like how much time these people put in these answers because it's like, this is a lot of work. She's really put her heart into. There's 4 bullet points and then another paragraph to conclude it all.
This is the main difference between this and other websites is that all of the answers are really long. People write little essays for it.
I feel like Quora power users are people I feel like that love going to trivia but never get any questions right.
Yeah. which is actually something I do, but that I am also now posting on Quora, so that's all tracks.
You got a Quora podcast.
I've spent at least one day of my week on Quora. Okay, so he's saying that the spirit who said this was a girl, and that there were no girls in the room, and the witness was a male, and there were no depositions going on, and I also believe the room was soundproof. No confidence on that one. That one's kind of thrown in there at the end.
Patricia, this answer is 4 bullet points and another paragraph, and the third bullet point is just, I also caught demonic presence with a pedo being deposed from Rikers.
Yeah, I clocked that. Definitely something demonic here, unrelated to 9/11. Not actually involved at all. I think this may be a spirit hunter, really, more than a case of the area being haunted.
She didn't list any of her credits.
No, this is just by Patricia Giglio. Do people not want their Quoras shouted out? I feel like I gotta shout out their Quoras so people can Quora them.
I feel like she would be offended if you didn't shout it out.
Yeah, if they were like, you're reading my writing and not compensating me on your big Quora podcast. Must be so nice. Okay, here's the last one. A friend of the family caught souls of 9/11 aimlessly walking, possibly thinking they were alive still after it happened. All right. I also have worked near the 9/11 memorial, and I haven't seen any of that shit. So I think this is just like a Yu Yu Hakusho spirit detective kind of situation, and this man is blessed by spirits.
Yeah, I also used to work by the 9/11 memorial, and all I know
We've all done it.
It's by an H&M.
Yeah, there's a ton of great Dunkin' Donuts over there.
I think there's a Blimpies.
Well, here's the thing: is it's like some of the cheapest real estate in New York because people think irrationally like they're gonna do it again.
I mean, it's got a higher rate of that happening than any other place.
Yeah, also, but I feel like if I was gonna blow up an area in New York, I'd be like, I don't want to just do the thing the other guys did.
It's a little hack.
Yeah, no one's gonna remember my name. I'm just gonna be Muhammad Attah's friend. 20 years later. So I don't know. I feel like if this was haunted, then Auschwitz would be like quadruple haunted.
I bet that's a question. Is Auschwitz haunted? And it's probably the same lady answering the same way.
Yeah, we're not going to go look into that, but it is definitely also a question. Okay, this is the last one we have in Forbidden Knowledge. What is the scariest thing you know too much about? Dan, what's the scariest thing you know too much about?
I think GERD.
I don't think you know enough about GERD.
We
were talking about GERD before the podcast.
We were talking about GERD before the podcast, about acid reflux. And
you brought a coffee in here. That's before we started.
In front of me is a coffee, a beer, and a water, and I have not touched the water. And that's why I might have GERD, which is apparently bad.
It's something big boys get for pounding hoagies.
I pound too many, fucking IPA me that hoagie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what you say all the time. You definitely got it. And this is, I'm always talking about GERD, but yeah, I guess you do know a good amount about GERD. What's the scariest thing I know too much about? Love.
Damn. That better be the first answer.
It's not. Okay, the first line of the question is, at least one friend of yours imagined taking your life.
Can also say that this URL, unlike all the other URLs, which is Quora.com, etc., this one is strangephenomenon.quora.com.
They're branching off. Okay. They're becoming their own website.
Oh, this got some spooky pictures.
Yeah, so we're just going to have to emphasize that they're the concept of fear when we come across a picture, because I know you can't see it, but what is the scariest thing you know too much about? At least one friend of yours imagined taking your life, Dad.
Now this is peak core right here. This is a good one.
A spooky, then there's so it kind of looks like the brand new album. It has a guy in a skeleton suit holding a little boy.
And it's like a creepy old photo. It would be a cool tattoo on a guy that has a ton of tattoos.
Right, yeah. It would be a great one to have alongside others.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be your only tattoo.
The next one just says, people who sleep on the left side are more likely to have nightmares. But that's, if true, only spooky if you sleep on your left side.
Well, Dan, do you know how you're supposed to sleep when you have GERD?
God damn.
Something you know so much about, it frightens you.
The spooky side? The haunted side?
You're supposed to sleep on the haunted side.
Oh my God.
Because it positions your stomach below your esophagus. Whereas if you sleep on your right side with gravity and your loose stomach sphincter, you're leaking acid into your esophagus. That's where the problem is with GERD.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's fucked up their bodies aren't like symmetrical.
I know about that because, like, I want the heart to be on both sides a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it right in the middle.
Absolutely put it in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, if I was going to kill a guy and rip his heart out, I would still go in the middle even though I know it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of get it part of the heart.
I'd just be clocking liver left and right.
Liver's on what side?
Liver's like the whole thing. Like, you go in there and it's all liver.
Oh, man.
It's down like in a big kidney shape, liver shape. And all like from your chest over to like your side.
Oh, the liver. You mean the big kidney?
I call it the big bean.
Okay.
Keeps me safe from poisons, the big bean. Okay, more scary facts. Did you know that if you give a human body to a group of pigs, they will eat it to the bone without leaving any trace of their death? Killers use it so they won't be discovered.
Okay, Sangram Sagar, the blogger / content writer. This is...
I don't think that's scary.
That's not scary.
That's more of a pig fact.
That was an episode of South Park.
Yeah. It can't be scary if it's South Park. I don't think South Park had any scary episodes. I'm trying to think about it. Like some other shows did. Like I know like Courage the Cowardly Dog has a scary one. Hey Arnold has it. Well, I guess those are all kids shows, but
Are You Afraid of the Dark had some spooky ones?
They were really going for it, but yes, they did.
Yeah.
They kind of were really counting on having some scary ones at some point in there. They're like, we don't want to just be thought pieces here at Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It's just framed as a spooky comedy show with no comedy, all spook.
Yeah, we got 6 terrifying stand-ups here tonight, ready to make you scream.
That would be a good way to rebrand as Spooky Comic.
Yeah.
And just say facts like these.
Yeah, pretty popular down in Bushwick right now. Regional New York podcast down in Bushwick right now. Okay, this is continuing on the pig thing. And it really takes a turn here. Pedro Rodriguez Filo, a serial killer who was officially sentenced to more than 400 years in prison for killing 71 people, but he had a code. He killed rapists, murderers, and pedophiles. And as Brazilian law does not allow for such a long sentence, he is already free and now has a YouTube channel.
This is just like an ad. I'm going to go check that out for sure.
Be sure to check out, his name is Pedro Rodriguez Filo, and he's like Dexter in Brazil.
And he looks cool. He looks like he would have a tattoo of that creepy picture
of the spooky skeleton that he uses to kill 400 people. Oh no, he's went to prison for 71 people for 400 years, but he's out now. Is anyone confused about the answer to the question, what is the scariest thing you know too much about? It's that there is a serial killer who now has a YouTube channel.
I love that one of the responses to Sangram is from Jeannie. I'm a bit perplexed about the notion that at least one friend has thought about killing me. Where did this notion come from? Are there studies?
Source.
Are their studies spelled incorrectly there? Please cite them. And honestly, Jeannie, respect. You're right.
Yeah, you are 100% on one. I think this guy is popping off, and he does not deserve the 450 up quarters. That's a lot.
Ooh, okay. So the comments are very split on this guy, Pedro, being free.
I'm downvoting it.
We got one guy being like, holy shit, this guy's like the Punisher. And then we got another guy being like, quote, he are addicted to killing. Sooner or later, he will start killing again.
Take my word for it. He are addicted. He's addicted to the big silver screen and to the taking of a life. I don't know. If I had Dexter based on me, I think for the first 4 seasons of Dexter, I'd be like, that's pretty cool. Then after that, I'd be like, they're just trying to make money off of this now.
I'm kind of disappointed. These are pretty bad. One of the answers to, what is the scariest thing you know too much about? And one is murder. My grandma was killed by a family member. It's like, all right.
Yeah, that is scary to know too much about.
Yeah.
Based on having a first-hand experience, that's a good answer. Not like this bullshit.
What do you think a Quora meetup would be like if all these people were in a room?
You know how you're at a bar sometimes and everyone's like had too many drinks and they're like kind of talking past each other? Yeah. It would be like that, but like minus drinks, I think. Just a lot of like, my grandmother was murdered by my cousin. I'm scared of it.
Ooh,
Dexter's in Brazil. He's free.
We got a little jokester in here. Yeah, I'm sure more than one friend has fantasized about killing me. It's like, all right.
Come on
all
now.
All right, bro.
Come on now. Yeah, I know they fantasize about it because they're jealous. They're jealous of the life I live. It's sad, really, and it's, I think, forbidden knowledge.
Also,
forbidden knowledge.
Also, about the author, John Himuka, International Business Advisor, Counselor, President, and CEO at Corporate Management, in his off time is going on Quora being like, what's scary?
Yeah, hold on. I got 5 minutes before the office closes down. What is fear? Okay. Well, Dan, we did all of the forbidden questions, which is appropriate because it's Halloween week when this comes out. And I got to ask you, what are the emails you're getting? We'll go into the Dan's mailbag segment.
Okay. So
and during this time, you may hit the orange button.
Honey.
Thank you.
hell yeah. Wow. The urge to press all the other ones, I'm going to hold it.
You can't. It's not their segment.
Let's see here. I definitely sent you a screenshot, an errant screenshot of one of my emails, but there's nothing going on here anyway. So I will screenshot Quoras I get. I don't have the answers, but here's one that I like.
We'll just do our best.
It goes, how many eggs is it realistically healthy to have each day? And the first response that I have is from a guy, Craig Good, and his credit is promoting a healthy relationship with food.
Okay.
And so
None.
the question is, how many eggs is it realistically healthy to have each day? What's your number, do you think?
Well, it's going to depend on what you mean by healthy, but I'm going to say 2.
That should be the answer.
Yeah, okay. What is the answer?
Craig goes, I'm starting to wonder why there are so many questions about eating lots of eggs.
I think people don't know how to cook except eggs, and they just go all in on, like, if I have 1,200 calories of eggs, I'm probably okay.
If there's some fitness guru recommending this or some culture where eggs are a big deal,
Yes, America.
he goes
It's
into-
all we have.
But then he kind of says what you said, but in a much more wordy, Quora-like way, where he goes, there's no numerical answer to this question. Healthy diet is a variety of foods, mostly plants, blah, blah. Yeah, and then he just...
How
for the
many
next-
stars are in the night sky?
Yeah, let's see. A similar vein, I got one that says, what happens if an adult eats a lot of honey?
That's got to goop up the works, right?
It's got to
Have you ever... I've never done it. Have you ever done it? What's the most honey you've had?
It's too hard to manage.
Winnie the Pooh test. How much honey have you had?
There's one time I got my head stuck in a jar. Yeah.
I put both fists in the jar and then climbed the wall of Rabbit's hut.
This is from Courtney S. Robinson. And so I do a thing where when I screenshot, I kind of crop out some of the answer. But the only sentence I have on here, and it cuts off halfway. So it's,
Okay.
what happens if an adult eats a lot of honey? And the answer goes, ugh. I found this out the hard way when and we got to find the rest. That's all I got.
What?
That's I cut off the screenshot. We can
I'm
probably
dying
find it.
to know what it is. Wait, okay. What's the question? I'm going to type it
It's
in.
what happens if an adult eats a lot of honey?
What happens? This is hard with one hand.
I don't know if you guys can hear. Alex has one of those clicky clacky keyboards.
It's for podcasting.
Which, as an aside, I thought quiet keyboards are cool, but now it's loud. What
Now
is
it's
going on?
loud.
Tight pants.
Welcome
loose
to 2022. What happens if an adult eats a lot of honey?
You found it, Courtney S. Robinson.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, I've had to save for years. I'm finally gonna find out.
Yeah, now you're going to find out. Ugh, I found this the hard way when I had a really killer flu a few years ago. I was eating honey like it was going out of style. I don't like OTC medication, and the only thing it could soothe, and the only thing that could, it was the only thing that could soothe my throat. So it doesn't say what happens.
Yeah, she just wanted to tell a little story about herself.
Yeah, I eat so much honey. I'm not going to tell you what happens when you do. And then Courtney's whole thing is like 8 years of disordered eating. I was messed up. I was only eating honey. Courtney's on like self-repair Quora talking about her honey problem.
Okay, here's one that I would.
Oh,
really,
wait.
yeah.
But right below it, TLDR, you get a really, really bad tummy ache. I imagine it like glues your shit shut.
Oh shit!
Because the way the stomach works is it's like a boxing glove, like squeezing all your shit in there. And if it's just honey,
Oh,
it's
my
gonna be
stomach's like a boxing glove. That's for sure.
yeah, ladies.
You eat too much. You eat too much honey, and then you just grow a bunch of bees.
I was afraid it would have something to do with bees, and I'm glad it doesn't.
Here's one that I've screenshotted. Now that we have the final, I really need to know the answer to this. It's been bothering me. So what I have is, I am 6 feet 1.5 inches tall. Can I just tell people I'm 6'2"?
Okay, and you don't have any of the answers up.
No, this is what I'm like, because I've wondered that, because I'm 6'1.5".
Is it-
This is
is
how
it-
it's.
Okay.
Exactly
okay.
formatted.
I feel like well, see, this is interesting because I'm probably 6'1.5", and I tell everyone 6'2".
I tell the ladies I'm 6'2", but then when it's time to really get down and dirty, I'm like, I'm sorry.
I lied.
Yeah.
I'm a fraud. A lot of people are asking questions about their height. I'm not sure we're gonna find this one. Oh wait.
Oh.
Okay, yep. I found it. Okay. No one will notice half an inch difference. Of course you can. Bam!
Okay.
I will never stop lying. However, you're tall enough that most people wouldn't care about an inch difference. It doesn't matter. It sounds way better. No one wants to hear that I'm 31 and a half. That sucks.
This sounds like a guy that's
32.
6'3" saying this.
Yeah, no one cares if you're not 6'4", like the real men. I would suggest saying something like that if a woman asks you your height. I know it's cringe, but it gives off the vibe that you are confident like yourself, which, as we know, is a lie based on this quote.
Is that what he said? Damn.
No, I editorialized that, but it's true. He's a fraud. He's a fraud, and he deserves to burn in hell. Okay, give us another one. Give us another.
This one I'm excited about. This one goes. I don't like what I named my son anymore. What should I do? He's about to be 2 years old.
How bad is it? Is there? I gotta know more about. You cut it off, right?
That's it. Yeah, that's the author's Tori Walker, mom of 4.
I don't like it. That does seem like when you get to the 4th son, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're just picking shit out. Who cares?
Steven?
Fun fact. My brother is his name is Tom, and my dad wanted to name him Tony after Tony Montana. And keep in mind that we are Chinese, but there's almost a guy named Tony Yang walking around.
His full name could have been Chinese Tony Montana.
Chinese Tony Montana? That would have been way better.
Tell me you wouldn't sleep with a man named Chinese Tony Montana. Okay, so the top response is from Soren Chartier, who says, "Look at my name, LOL." Oh, wait, it gets better. It's not even my real first name. My real first name is Sauron.
Okay.
From Lord of the Rings. Unique names are great. Strange names aren't. Nobody, in the USA at least, has a stranger name than me. Nobody, yes, if you're a nerd, will know it's the supreme evil being in Lord of the Rings. Yep, that's me. Good old eye in the sky, one ring and all that. Good, don't beat yourself up, Sauron. Facebook won't even let me use it because I'm a fictional character. That sucks. That's really bad. Is this going to get to the point? Is he going to say what to do? Imagine sitting in your seat in grade school. Yeah, we know you're named Sauron. Shut up, bitch. All right, I'm here 40 years later, and it's still awkward. People must think I'm from another fucking planet. Hell, I actually am. The Dark Lord is going to have to buy me a drink now. I may shoot lasers out of my eyes later. That didn't answer the question at all.
Wait, is he basically just saying I have a ethnic name, and therefore... It's like, isn't Sauron like a regular name in somewhere? It must be.
Oh, in Mordor, I guess. I think a lot of the orcs are probably named Sauron, as he's, a very influential figure over there.
I do love that as like a ethnic slur. Just like, oh, those orcs are moving in.
Oh, there they go, the Saurons. Let me guess your name. I bet it's Sauron, right? And you were pulled out of the mud. And you screamed at a big tall guy when it happened. Okay, yeah, that didn't answer the question at all. The question is, like, do I get it legally changed, right?
I feel like I don't know what they really wanted. Because, like, they could change it. I feel like you could.
Name?
How
bad is this name?
That should be the answer or the question.
I need this person to follow up with, like, and I named him Pooply or whatever, because, like, I really have no... Like, if they're just named, like, something not your favorite, leave it by this point.
Yeah.
Give him a cool nickname. Call him Flapjacks.
That would be a good name.
Yeah, give him a catchphrase like IPA me.
Well, here's one that I was scrolling through. Okay. My dog will actually... I also just thrown the word actually.
You guys aren't going to believe this fucking dog.
From Kenneth Musson. My dog will actually stare at me for 20 minutes or more nonstop. I'm beginning to start to dislike him for this alone, and I've done everything to make him stop. What do I do?
I think you gotta, like, interact with your dog, you dumb shit.
Yeah, I just love this guy just, like, looking over, like, what the fuck?
The dog is, like, a living animal that's trying to communicate something to you.
Yeah, you can just copy and paste that demon answer, like,
they are your servant.
Yeah, they are not humans.
Render him low, for it is he who is a base animal below the light. Interact with your dog. I really hate people who are bad pet owners. I say my cat is such a good is cared for so well that he produces a podcast.
What's your cat's name again?
Waffles. It's Waffles the cat.
Maybe that's what the 2-year-old's name. That's a good name though.
That would be a worse name for a human, but I think it would still be fun.
I bet that person, the 2-year-old, it's like when you like have a handle for a video game or a username, and 2 years in you're like, I'm kind of sick of this, but it's too late. I think they're treating their kid's name like it's a username.
Yeah, just pick a goddamn nickname.
Yeah, just add some like numbers at the end.
Also, other people in the comments are saying this, so this is good. All right, do you want to do one more, and then we'll do the question?
Yeah, I feel like that's all the good ones I have here. The rest are on my phone, which is being used to record the video you're watching right now.
The rest are kind of you're watching this whole video on TikTok.com, the only website for dances. If you want to see the dances me and Dan have been doing throughout the podcast.
Oh, I've been dancing this whole time.
Yeah, he's like Addison Rae.
I've been flossing.
The first person I asked was Addison Rae. I thought that she would be a good get for us. But no, Dan did a fantastic job. I think even better than Addison Rae.
I don't know. I aspire to be an Addison Rae type.
Yeah.
So that's all I can hope for.
I've always strove to be a hot dancing blonde. That's kind of what my comedy is about.
Is she blonde?
Is she not?
I don't know if she is.
Now I'm looking up Addison Rae. I've been watching this person dance on Twitter all day. No, she's blonde.
I feel like she's a very like every woman.
Oh, she's dying it. She's not always blonde. She's dying it.
Addison.
And here's the thing, folks. It's not real. It's not a real blonde. And it's sad, really, that
Cora,
everybody wants to be a blonde.
Is Addison Rae blonde?
Is Addison Rae blonde?
And then the answer would be like, well, here's what I think about that.
Well, my niece is blonde, and I don't like the way that she talks to me.
I was like, I'm Chinese, and as a result, I am not blonde, so I understand what it is to be not blonde, and I see Addison Rae, and in my opinion.
Yeah, you have the personality to answer a lot of Cora's days.
I feel like if you got me the right amount of Adderall and upset, I could be very good at Cora.
Okay, yeah, and that's what our question is, by the way. It's an Adderall question. So this is our recurring segment, and we don't have a sound for it because it doesn't need one. And that is, of course, the question of the week. What is our question going to be? It was something with Adderall. Do you remember?
Oh, it makes you forget about puns or something?
Does Adderall remove your ability to create whimsical wordplay?
I like that. Oh, you got the alliteration going too?
Damn, there is such better questions than this on here already. There's does Adderall make you faster? Is Adderall effective? Does Adderall stop working?
Does Adderall make you I mean, it's got to be yes.
Well, we can't ask that. We'll look it up in a second. How do I take the edge off Adderall? Oh, boy. You guys got to go to... We need a medical system that works in this country. It's kind of sad. Okay. Does Adderall remove your ability... Or not remove, I guess is the wrong question. Does it weaken your ability to do whimsical... word plays? I feel like that will be how we missay it, and so people know we're on Quora.
I also feel like there will be the core power users. They could sniff it out like these people are abusing our beloved platform.
Somebody's doing a podcast off this, I feel like. What's the most Adderall you've ever taken at once? That's a question no one's answered.
That's a good one.
I know. So, we can't...
You can just do does Adderall make you more funny?
Oh, damn, that would have been a... Oh, wait, yeah, let's do that. That's a better... We don't want to be too specific. I think we... Oh, no, it posted, does Adderall weaken your whimsical word?
Are you only allowed a certain number?
Yeah, they kick you off. Add question. All right, I deleted that one. This is all good podcasting. Does Adderall make you less funny? Okay, everybody's going to get in on this, and we're going to tag the Quora public.
I feel like my prediction for the answer is it's got to start with, it's going to be from another conservative Christian / writer / attorney. And it's as an avid Adderall user, I don't know. I'm not on enough Adderall. Continue. I don't have what it takes.
My mind's a fucking battlefield.
I'm more of a Yahoo Answers kind of guy, to be honest.
All right, I put this on all the drug Quoras and on all the humor Quoras. Let's tag. Is there anybody famous on here?
On Quora?
The answer is no.
What about
If you're famous, you're on Facebook.
we got
We can tag Alexis, an adult with ADHD.
oh, we should have remembered all the cool people that we liked from the comments, because some of them I'm like, all right, I like where you're coming
Yeah,
from.
but they're not going to know about this, though.
But I feel like if you answer one question in Quora, you got a thought on the other ones. Kenneth Musson, that's a guy that hates his kid's name.
Oh, wait. Okay, we'll tag Kenneth Musson, but Sheila Young has 310 answers in pharmaceuticals, so she's getting the list. All right. Kenneth Musson. How do you spell Musson?
Musson. You know what the kids are saying about, like, yo, it's Musson.
Ain't no fun. Yeah. You know that shit, Musson. How do you spell Kenneth?
Ken N-E-T-H.
Kenneth is out. All right, well, it's not showing up. I'm not messaging Kenneth Musson. He can go jump in a lake for all I care. Does Adderall make you less funny? That's our question for the week. Before we go, we will be looking up if Adderall makes you fast. Dan, where can our listeners find you at home and abroad?
Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, even though I should be posting more. Real Dan Yang. That's me, baby.
That's me, baby. Does Adderall make you age faster?
Ooh.
I feel like I saw a just faster one, but I can't find. Oh, and this one has no answers. This shit sucks.
Just reply yes.
Yes, it does. Okay. Yes. And that's the show for another week. That's an amazing podcast. And I'll see you over on Quora.